Okay, sorry guys. Sorry. I'm back. Come back. Hopefully you'll be back. Sorry, I was trying to be all fancy and have my cameras at different angles, but I accidentally... I'm sorry. I cut you guys off. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, whatever. I'm still going to put my 2 videos up, and I want to talk to you about this leaf chart here in my Waterlillies Scarf pattern. Sorry I lost you guys in the first half. Hopefully I can just put the 2 halves together and upload this as one video. But I want to talk to you about what's going on in this leaf chart. So you'll see that we have lots of increases and decreases that are happening, and we have some funkiness, and that is the 3 into 9 stitch. So I do want to show you that. And hopefully if you missed my live video today, but you are working this Waterlillies scarf, this video will help you in the future. I am going to make sure that I put it on YouTube. So this is our funky 3 into 9 stitch right here. This weirdness. There's one down here as well. And what this stitch does is you take 3 stitches and you knit 3 together, yarn over, knit 3 together through the back loop, yarn over, knit 3 together, yarn over, knit 3 together through the back loop, yarn over, knit 3 together, so that you take 3 stitches and 3 stitches becomes 9. But those stitches then, because we've increased 6 stitches there, we have to get rid of stitches, and that's where your center double decreases come into play throughout the rest of your pattern. So this is what it's looking like so far. I think it looks decent, considering I've never used this yarn with this type of stitch before, so I was curious to see what it looks like. But it's not bad considering it's unblocked. And you can definitely see the shape of these stitches. Let me see if I have close up. So it's this portion right here, this top portion, where it kind of looks like leaves. And yeah, not bad. All right, so what we're gonna do is I am on row 11. I stopped here so that I could show you these 3 into 9 stitches specifically. And I'm going to show you how to work those. So you'll note in my piece, I have a stitch marker over here for my 4 edge stitches. I have a stitch marker that denotes this line of yarn overs here. And then I don't have any stitch markers again until we get over to the edge, where again, I have a stitch marker denoting these 4 stitches for the edge, and then the point over here. So, off we go. For row 11, because that's what we're on, we're going to knit 4, and then knit 2, do a slip, slip knit, yarn over, and then, and these are always tricky with your stitch markers, knit 2, and then a center double decrease where we slip 2, pass the 2 slip stitches over, and now we come to the 3 into 9. So when you're working this one, it really helps to have nice sharp needle tips so that you know what you are, so you can really get your needle tips through those 3 stitches. Because what we have to do is we have to knit 3 together. Do not remove this stitch from your left hand needle. Yarn over. Now we're going to knit 3 together through the back loop. Again, do not remove this stitch from your left hand needle. Yarn over. Now we have 4 stitches. Knit 3 together. That's 5. Yarn over makes 6. Knit 3 together through the back loop is 7. Yarn over. Knit 3 together. Now we're up to 9 stitches. So we've taken 3 stitches and we've made 9 stitches. And the hard part of these is when you work them on the back side, if they are too loose or not loose enough, you have issues with your loops crossing over each other, and then you don't get a nice, clean, straight line of the stitches fanning out. So that's one thing that you do have to watch for, is that you don't mix up your loops on the back side and that you keep them in the order that they're worked. Okay, so let's get to another one of those. What have we got here? Slip, slip, knit. So slip 1, slip 2, knit 1 stitch, center double decrease, pass the 2 slip stitches over, knit 1, 2, 3, slip 1, slip 2, knit 1 stitch, pass the 2 slip stitches over to make the center double decrease. And now we're back to that 3 into 9. So again, sharp needle tips really help with this, and going a little bit slow if you haven't done it before. So we're going to knit 3 together, yarn over, making sure that we keep all of our stitches, our 3 stitches over here on this needle. Knit 3 together through the back loop, yarn over. We're up to 4 stitches. Knit 3 together in front, yarn over. Now we've got 6 stitches. Knit 3 together through the back loop is 7. Yarn over, makes 8. Knit 3 together, makes 9. Hopefully you guys could see all that. I'm going to do it again here in a minute. So that's our 9 stitches again. And now we're going to do a center double decrease and get rid of a couple of stitches. Knit 1, 2, 3. Do another center double decrease. And now we're set up and we're ready to do that 3 into 9 again. So here we go. In the base of our stitches, knit 3 together, yarn over, that's 2 stitches, knit 3 together through the back loop, yarn over. Now we're at 4 stitches. Don't take this set of stitches off your needle. Knit 3 together makes 5, yarn over makes 6, knit 3 together through the back loop makes 7, yarn over makes 8, and knit 3 together makes 9. Oh boy, there we go. 9 stitches again. And now we're going to do a center double decrease, knit 3 stitches, center double decrease, and we're back to that 3 into 9 again. So this is why I tell you that sharp needle tips make a difference. Your gauge can make a difference. This is why you don't want your lace to be really tight. Plus, if your lace is really tight, you can't open up your holes, so you don't get really pretty lace holes. But anyway, there's 3 into 9 again. Work our center double decrease, 1, 2, 3. Center double decrease, and a 3 into 9. So it's really important to make sure that you don't remove these stitches when you are working your 3 into 9, because if you do, you can't work the rest of your stitches and you have to kind of back it up and take it out. So I've got 5 so far, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Shoo! All right, another center double decrease. Knit 1, 2, 3, center double decrease. And then this time, because we're at the last 2 stitches here, I need to do an increase where you knit 1 in the front, and then there's a couple different ways you can do this, but I do the knit 1 through the back loop and then the knit 1 again. Now I think in your chart, let me see if that's how I had you do it here. Yeah, so for your chart, I have you do a knit, purl, knit. But if you are more comfortable working this as a knit 1, knit through the back loop, knit 1, you can do that too. They both work. It doesn't really matter if you have a single purl stitch or not. So, all right, yarn over, knit 1. Okay. And then we'll finish out this row so that I can show you how to deal with purling those 9 stitches. All right, so let's swap our position so that we can purl. Okay, so when purling on this one, let's get rid of these for now. We're going to purl all the way across to our last 4 stitches, as we know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Almost there. Make sure I've got enough yarn to do this. All right. So here we are. We're coming up to one of those 9-stitch clusters. Okay. Here's where it gets tricky because you want to make sure that you've purled 9 stitches in each of these clusters. Now you can see this cluster pretty easily on your needles here. And the key to this is to figure out which one is your end stitch. And then just very carefully purl across, keeping them in order. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we did really well, and we didn't twist the base. And that's what it should look like right there. Looks pretty good. Oh, look, I've got a little thread there. Get rid of that. Okay. And let's purl our in-between stitches. All right. So here we go again. Outside stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oop, there's that little thread trying to get back in there again. So it's not really a hard stitch necessarily, it's just one that you have to pay attention to. So here we go again, we just want to make sure that we've got our stitches kind of in order. Find that outside stitch. 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and this is always where it gets a little bit tricky. That one's 7. There we go. 8 and 9. Those stitches get a little looser as you get closer to them because you've already worked a bunch of stitches on your way to them. All right. Almost across our row, and then we can talk a little bit about counting your repeats and your points again, and how to find your place if you forget your place. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I counted wrong on that one. Let's go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep, 7, 8, 9. Shoo! That's why it's important though to do your counting as you're going across. I don't worry about the ones in between as much. I just really want to make sure that I've got 9 stitches here, because this is where you're most likely to drop a stitch. That one's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But it makes really fun cluster stitches. It is a super fun stitch to work. It's just that as you are working it, you do need to take care and you do need to count. And again, it really helps to have nice sharp needles. I happen to be using Signature. I also love Haya Haya. Some people love Chalgu. Some of it is your tip. Some of it is how comfortable you are with the slide of your stitches. And some of it is also the cable, because your cables are different. All right. There we go. When I finish the row, will I show the right side of the 3 into 9? Yeah. So here it is, and here's the base of that 3 into 9. This is what it looks like. So this was our right side row, this is our wrong side row, and you can see how it gathers. So this one's also that 3 into 9 right here, and then this one down here. You can clearly tell where that 3 into 9 has occurred, because it kind of puts these accidental holes in, even though those aren't yarn overs. That are next to, I mean, they're kind of next to it, but not exactly. You're 3 into 9. So that is your 3 into 9 stitch right there. Some tips if you forget where you are when you're working your chart. The best thing you can do is go check your edging and see what your point looks like and count your stitches here. You should be able to really easily tell where your yarn over line is in this point edging. And I know I can see that I'm on the decrease and I have 3 stitches. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total stitches here, so I can just go compare my chart and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total stitches, which tells me that because I know I'm going to be decreasing on the next row, that I should be on this row 13. So that's my key. If I get confused about where I am, where I've stopped, if I haven't stopped at the end of a repeat, that is how I go back and I read my knitting to figure out where I am. Each point that you complete is 1 full repeat of your new chart. So I think, let me count how many I've got along the edge here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would have been for the flowers. And then I'm in the second repeat, 9, 10. So I could put a locking stitch marker on this point if I wanted, so then I know I only have to count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I'm pretty sure that, yep, for the leaf chart, repeat the stitches between the stars 5 times across the row. You repeat the leaf chart 8 times for 8 points. So you have 8 points in the flower chart, and then you have 8 points in the leaf chart. And then we're going to knit 5 rows and bind off neither too tight nor too loosely. So hopefully next week, we will be talking about finishing this off and working that garter stitch edge. At least that's my goal. So I am going to try to get the other, I'm almost done with the second point. So the other 6 points done by then. That is my plan anyway. And we're, you know, about halfway through when we get to this point because we've done all of our increasing and I've done a couple of points now. And this is, you know, kind of a little smaller scarf. This isn't a huge scarf. Depending on your fiber choice, you could have more drape, but that's really up to you what fiber choice you decided on. So anyway, that is kind of my best tips for working the second half of this chart. And hopefully you have been successful so far in your Waterlillies Scarf knit along. Anyway, so let me flip this around. And there we go, maybe. All right, well, sort of, whatever. We're gonna go with it today since I already accidentally like canceled this out once. So anyway, let's see. Wednesday, we are going to be doing the hand-spun, hand-dyed, hand-woven scarf. I have made it through, I don't know, like 20 inches maybe. I should really roll it off and check it. But anyway, so we're going to talk about some challenges with that. Not Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday we're going to talk about that. Sorry. I keep forgetting today is Tuesday, because usually I talk to you on Mondays. But I have something to do tomorrow, so we shifted it. Anyway, so Thursday we're going to talk about, again, that hand-spun, hand-dyed, hand-woven scarf, challenges with that, and things that you can do to mitigate some of those challenges. And then next week we will be back to the Waterlillies Scarf on Monday, and then we will talk about... we're kind of going to do a half and half on that Wednesday. We're going to talk about Spin Together again, and we're also going to talk about the Kariki Press amazing constellation sampler that I am trying to get more info about so I can put it up for pre-order, because I want to do a stitch along for that in September before we get into our spin along for October, because I hope that you all will join me for Spin Together on the Black Sheep Voyagers team. I talked about this last week. You'll continue to see information about this on our Instagram, on TikTok, on Spin Together, or on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere that we talk about this, I'm going to be talking about Spin Together and about the Black Sheep Voyagers team and how I hope that you'll join us for that. We do have fun things planned. We're donating prizes. We're going to have some kind of internal team prizes. I think we'll do random prizes like, you know, most challenging spin, or I don't know, I have to talk to Tina about it yet. Like, we're going to have weird, we're going to do weird ones, just because we can. Anyway. And then, yeah, and the Stitch Along I think will be super fun in September, so I hope that you'll join me for that as well. I love doing different things every month. I think it's a lot of fun. And if you have suggestions for what we should do, don't hesitate to tell me, because, you know, we are going to go into November, December, and we have time. We have things to do. Anyway, but that's the plan for next week, and then sort of a vague plan for September. So, let's see, what else do I need to tell you? I don't know. It's all kinds of fun. Until I see you on Thursday, do please take care of yourself, mentally, emotionally, physically, craftually. Make sure that you are crafting a little bit every day. And don't forget to go check out these super cool books that we have at blacksheepfiberemporium.com, because we ordered so many fun color work books. We might have, maybe we'll do a sweater knit along or something in November. Isn't that NaNoSWIMO, National Knit a Sweater Month? I don't know. Vaguely, maybe we could do that. Let's like sort of put that on the books. What do you think? Maybe? Vaguely? I don't know. I like having a little bit of a plan, but it's okay if we have to change it. Anyway, remember to keep doing your slow yarn crawl experiences and posting those to social media. And don't forget to post your year of self-care social media as well. And remember, it doesn't matter what you're working on. Just tag Black Sheep Fiber Emporium so that we can find you and it counts. Anyway, I will see you all on Thursday. Until then, take care.